Wisconsin did get their 7th win. So again, 22nd straight season of both bowl eligibility and a winning season. So a shout out to Luke Fickell for finishing strong, winning those last 2 games. They've got a tough bowl matchup, though.
Yeah.
You got LSU, number 13 team in the country in the ReliaQuest Bowl. That's on New Year's Day. And you've got maybe the Heisman favorite potentially, if he does play. Again, we have to say if.
Yeah, don't know. Yeah.
You just never know. And Jayden Daniels could easily decide he's going to sit it out and just kind of make sure and ensure he's going to be ready for the NFL draft process. We completely understand that. What a season for Jayden Daniels. He's one of the 4 Heisman finalists, along with Michael Penix, Bo Nix, and Marvin Harrison Jr. Meanwhile, Braylon Allen played well the last couple of games of the season. We were shocked that he played week 12 against Nebraska. He comes out, and I mean, that was one of the toughest games we've ever seen. But he has declared, he has declared for the NFL draft. Tanner Mordecai has come back and played well enough, and really his leadership skills have been on display for these last 2 games to get 2 victories. And for Wisconsin, again, it depends who plays for LSU here. It depends who plays for Wisconsin here. But for Luke Fickell, any game that you can keep getting under your belt and understanding what this is all about in Madison is probably a good thing.
Absolutely. It's more practice time. It's like having a second spring football getting ready for a bowl game like this. You get extra practice days. Look, Wisconsin rallied when they needed to, okay? And they won 7 games, and they looked better going down the stretch. LSU, I do think Jayden Daniels will win the Heisman Trophy. They're the number 1 offense in college football, averaging 548 yards a game. Same kind of numbers that they had up when Joe Burrow was leading the offense there, right? So, but Jayden Daniels does it more with his legs as well. I mean, he's 1,000-yard rusher in addition to throwing it all over the place. But they've not been good on defense. And so because of that, Wisconsin's best chance is to limit the number of times Jayden Daniels gets on the field, running the football, possessing the football, scoring points, because you're going to have to score points. But the fewer shots they allow Jayden Daniels to have with the football, the better off the Badgers will have a chance of winning the game.
Yeah, I'd be really shocked if Tanner Mordecai isn't starting in this game for Wisconsin. And then for them, they've got to decide what that looks like at that position moving forward. Are they cool with Braden Locke, or do they want to go and look in the portal? It'll be interesting with what Phil Longo wants to do, because it does feel like if Wisconsin was healthier this year and Ches Malusi doesn't go down in the beginning of the season and Braylon Allen doesn't go down for a couple games at the end and Tanner Mordecai doesn't miss about half the year, they could have been a legitimate threat to win the Big Ten West. So they were right there. Not to say that they could have beaten Michigan or Ohio State or any of those types of programs, but they were certainly good enough to be competitive with all of them. And they have talent on both sides of the football. So it will be interesting. And again, this is getting past this game entirely, but it will be interesting what that quarterback position in particular looks like for Wisconsin next season.
Yeah. And, they get a little bit of a taste of the SEC West playing LSU in this bowl game. And then very early next season in week 2, September 14th, they host Alabama in Madison. So that'll be an interesting matchup for them going into next football season as well.